Welcome to the Butler Live podcast, brought to you by Butler Automotive Group in Southern Oregon. This is Craig Froelich, and yes, we're talking about cars, trucks, and SUVs every chance we get. Today, we want to discuss the latest news on the Ford Bronco, the 2022 Wildtrak. That's had some changes offered. New colors are coming out for 2022. These are all notices direct from Ford. I'm a customer service representative at Butler Ford in Southern Oregon. I want to bring in Aaron Nielsen. He's with Creative Services at Butler Automotive Group. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning, Craig.
Yes, and we've also got, aside from the new colors, the off-rodeo events. Ford has announced they're all open for registration. The Utah location, the Vegas location, Horseshoe Bend, and Guilford, New Hampshire. And then also the best part, Broncos are coming to Southern Oregon. We've got Bronco vehicles en route as we speak. This is pretty exciting stuff. Aaron, you've got a reservation in... I know you're struggling. Ford has announced the color change. They have offered the new green. It's really awesome, gorgeous green. They're calling it Eruption Green. Also the hot pepper red, which came out in the 19 Ford Ranger. They're offering that. They are retiring colors, and that's where you're starting to frown a little bit. The antimatter blue is being pulled, and the velocity blue metallic is being pulled.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's lightning blue is what it says. You're lying, Craig. Nope, I did not accept this information. It does not compute.
I know. And then the rapid red, so they're going to keep the race red. Oh, colors. It's all about the colors and the interior. You know, they haven't mentioned the interiors in the 2022 Bronco. Maybe that'll be exciting as well. You were leaning toward the blue. Is that what happened?
I have debated several of them, yes, which one to get, and I finally feel like, because here's what they're saying is lightning blue, but it's velocity blue apparently, has always been one of my top three. I love blue. That one is bright. It's unique. You don't see a lot of those out. And if I was going to get the black diamond originally, it was going to match the inside. The stitching was a blue.
Nice.
And so I think this would be perfect. But I also had the options. The cyber orange was also an option. I looked at that. I was kind of more open to that. And Area 51 is cool and unique. But no matter what I did, I'm like, even the carbonized gray is beautiful. I kind of narrowed it down to carbonized gray and the velocity blue. Velocity blue had an edge just because it's just more unique. And I'm just like, that would, and it's just one of my top two options now. And now that's off the table. And yeah, I'm a hot air balloon coming back down to the earth right now with this news.
Well, the carbonized gray. Okay, so the Wildtrak. Let's address the Wildtrak. Ford has struggled. Let's just get it out there. Ford has struggled with the tops on the Bronco. And this is, quite frankly, they're not in charge of manufacturing the top. They were using an outside vendor. The molded,
Webasto.
Exactly. Yeah. And the molded in-color top, it's a, best I can tell, an injection molded machine type polyurethane. And then they've also got the black painted modular top that they said, sorry, we just can't get that put together until next year for 2022. They've been saying, okay, if you go with the soft top, we've got those, and you could get your for 2021 order holders, you could get it sooner. We're all wanting the hard top. I mean, most of us, just to see it. You have T-top on panel 1 and 2 for driver and passenger. You have second row, and then you have the rear cap that comes off with the rear glass. But the soft top is also nice. It offers the Safari across the top. The panels on the side, all they Velcro and clip and then slide forward. Those come off, and the rear cap, so you can have a Safari top on that. It also folds right back. So there's a lot of cool things with the soft top. But the Wildtrak, here was the piece. Anyone that had ordered the Wildtrak Bronco model just below the first edition comes standard with a molded in color carbonized gray hardtop. Now Ford is offering a soft top for 2022. The 2021 Wildtrak order holders, they don't have that ability. They're going to have to just wait for the hardtop, so that's something. But then for new order holders or reservationists, you could order the Wildtrak with the soft top. That might help you in the beginning of the 22, manufacturing year. But that's been just announced from Ford, if that's something that they want to do. The Wildtrak, one of the things that the Wildtrak is so famous for or favorite is it comes with the Sasquatch package included. That is, you don't have to upgrade, it just comes with it. A lot of other folks have ordered a lower trim level, added the Sasquatch package, and done what they wanted. So the customization is there. Your thoughts?
One thing I'd thought about before, because I believe even the base couldn't get soft top.
It can't.
Correct.
Well, the two-door comes with a hard top standard. It's a four-door base that would come with a soft top, correct.
So I just always wondered, kind of like, well, why couldn't you do that? Because I knew one of them. And then with the Wildtrak, I know you have to have just the compatibility for some of these roofs on and stuff like, but I always wondered, just personally, like, why could they not do a soft top for the Wildtrak? Do you have any information on that? Do you know why the Wildtrak, that wasn't possible up until now, why they weren't doing that? Or they just need to keep it as an option? I wonder if it was just, they could have done it. It was just production, just streamline things. And now they're saying, well, you know what? A lot of people like Wildtrak. A lot of people have ordered them, right? So we got the soft top now.
Well,
let's get them out. What do you know about that?
The Wildtrak, because it's just below the first edition, it's pretty much a fully loaded Bronco. And that was a standard feature of the Wildtrak. They probably figured they're going to offer something with standard hardtop, standard features, much like you might find a higher level trim in any of the other Ford products, say a Platinum, a King Ranch, or a Limited. It just comes standard with that type of option. The other models, I mean, there's 7 to choose from, and then the first edition, take that, and the Wildtrak away. There's 5 left to go through. What other models would you want? So that's kind of been what they've kind of figured out. And then with the roof rails and things.
I love the soft top now. Just having it with our demo and seeing it in action, it's super easy because it's just the 2 clamps in the front, and then you can just put it back and uncover most of the cabin there super easily, and just sits there, and you can drive like that. It's just so adaptable for whatever situation. If you just want to have some open airspace above you,
and
it's so great.
Also, a lot of folks might be fearful of road noise. We've had the demo we've got down at Butler Ford National, that cyber orange metallic Badlands model, has the soft top, and we've had many customers out and they go, you know what, the road noise wasn't really noise. It was okay. It was absolutely fine.
Just some general.
You're
You're not in a soundproof booth when you're in a car like that, but it's more compared to others maybe who has more insulation, or people just. You got the radio on, and people talked about that too. I mean, you have the radio on, you have stuff going on. It's really not that bad.
That's going to be at the higher speeds, exactly. So the new green, the eruption green and the hot pepper red, the green I thought is going to be really cool.
It is
One
beautiful.
of the things that Ford has not announced that's coming for 2022 would be the white top. And I'm thinking, with that eruption green and a white top, wouldn't that be sharp?
I think my balloon could reinflate a little bit if that was an option. It wouldn't be so bad.
Well, I want to get to ordering because they've talked about reservations. That has now clicked off on the build-in price on the Ford website. It's a build-in price, and now what Ford has just announced, as of this week, see your local Ford dealer. We'd love to earn your business. We understand if your location's somewhere else in the country, get to your closest and most favorite Ford dealer and discuss with them about placing an order for a Ford Bronco. The order system at Ford is the order bank, and in which you write up a preview order in the order bank, and then with the 2021 available right now, it would be a 2021. However, the 2022 order bank is not open yet, so it would default and go to a 22 when it happens. But you could still build it, and then many customers, because they've asked for items coming in 22, their order's on standby until it actually orders up, and then we would convert it into a 22 model is really what's going to be happening. But you can still process your order, get it in, and discuss it. And I would encourage folks to do that, and then be ready to go when the options and the 22 order bank kicks in. The off-rodeo drive event now open for all folks that have a reservation or an order. And
order, right? Reservation.
Reservation or order. Yep.
You can go as a reservation holder.
Really what's going to happen is they want the VIN number. They, being Ford and the organizers of the drive event, they want a VIN number. But if they find you in the system, they go, oh, you have a reservation. Okay, when would you like to? And then you could do that. But they really want a VIN number because for order holders, that's really what it is. Because you wouldn't want to, because it's an all expensive paid trip. You just have to get there. You have to pay for the airfare or the travel, either to Vegas, Moab, Utah for us on the west, Horseshoe Bend, Texas, right outside of Austin, or then the newest location up in New Hampshire. They had a little bit of a local issue there, but I guess they've solved that.
Got the Hurricane Henri?
Well, no, it was just the local group in New Hampshire was fussing about noise, the traffic. They wanted to keep their rural setting. I think Ford has solved that. But the way to figure that out is the BroncoOffRodeo.com website. And it's really cool, actually, because if you want to get plugged in, you can go to Bronco Nation from there, and you can actually look at the calendar and figure out what location. They talk about what the off-road Bronco off-rodeo event is, and it's a day-and-a-half drive event. This is really incredible, teaching folks how to properly off-road and utilize this Bronco vehicle. A lot of folks are kind of going, I've got half and half, really. People are excited about it, but then anyone that's been off-road, they've got their off-road experience, and they're thinking, I don't need it. But considering the level of expertise that is there, it is definitely you should take advantage of it. Anyone with a reservation or an order should definitely take advantage of that.
That's one thing that was kind of just has piqued my interest in wondering about that, because I'm still between, it's almost like a back to square one, especially with the announcement of the blue going away. I just kind of going, do I want to get the Big Bend? I was looking at a few of them to begin with. Highest, I was going with the Badlands, our demo. And now I'm kind of looking at going, oh, okay, or I feel like I was pretty settled, and now I've opened it back up to where I'm still between four models again myself. And it's that situation where, what is it that I might use? What would I need to have or want to have on this? What's going to be my typical off-roading experience that I want to have? And so that's going to sway you a little bit towards one of any of the models that you can do. As you mentioned, they're so specific, but you can add packages. I think being a reservation holder, personally, if I was able to go to this and try out a few of them, that maybe might help solidify which order I want to place and which model. It's just interesting to see what they're actually capable of.
Well,
but then I get Ford not wanting them.
All right, so here's an opportunity for you. Coming to Butler is another demo. It'll be Area 51. It'll have the soft top 4-door standard, but it's going to be a Big Bend with the 2.3-liter EcoBoost and the 10-speed automatic transmission. So you'll be able to see the trim level difference between the Big Bend coming in and the Badlands model that's already here. So that would be something maybe you'd want to check out.
Yeah, because I'm still between Big Bend and Badlands, which the two in between are Black Diamond and Outer Banks. I was really putting off Outer Banks because of the color. So the handles are the same, the fenders are the same. I kind of liked it being more of that gray and a little different than the body color because it looked more rugged to me. But now I saw a video of a woman down in Florida. They got an Outer Banks Area 51, and their experiences with the kids riding around, and I'm just like, I'm really open to, because I can get the high package in the Outer Banks, which is a 12-inch screen and some other like leather seats. So I'm back open to it because that would be really nice. And so I'm like, okay, I had it down to 3. Now I'm back open to 4 models. It's difficult.
You picked up a very key element on the Bronco ordering with the Sync 4s offered in the Bronco vehicle all throughout. But below the trim level of Outer Banks, it's an 8-inch screen. and Outer Banks, and above, you can pick the high package, which now offers the 12-inch screen. And then if you go to trail cameras and things, you've now got that right there. It's pretty impressive. And it's in the F-150, the 302A package, the XLT. So if anyone wanted to see it in action on the ground, because both our vehicles, the Bronco demos, don't have the 12-inch screen as the demo. They have the 8-inch screen, but the 12-inch screen is currently in the F-150, in the 302A and above, standard in the Lariat. But that is impressive, very impressive, with the 360 camera and all that kind of stuff.
The 8 is great. The 8 is great.
8 is great.
But 12 is impressive, and it is clear that the quality of the cameras on these things are impressive.
So the drive events, I mentioned the website, broncooffrodeo.com. They talk about the locations in New Hampshire, in Nevada, Moab, Utah, and then, of course, Horseshoe Bend, Texas. And our sales manager, Joel Nickerson, went. He was very impressed with the professionalism. He was very impressed with seeing the capability of the Bronco vehicle. That was something that really caught him off guard. The raw capability, regardless of the driver. This was where he was really impressed. Regardless of the driver, the overall incredible capability of the Bronco. And it really got tested and shown at that drive event. And he's a pretty well-versed off-road kind of guy. And it made him blink. He had to kind of go, whoa, pretty impressive. So all I can say for anyone once you are connected in with this, really give the Bronco Off-Rodeo event a serious look.
Try to make that happen for yourself.
Exactly. All right. Exciting news. Bronco vehicles are en route to Butler Ford in Ashland, Oregon. And like I said, we've got the Bronco, the Cyber Orange Metallic Badlands demo there. A lot of folks come in, they see it, they want to look at it. They really are enjoying seeing the demo there. That's pretty exciting. But we've got pre-sold. There's 3 coming. One is finished at the plant. Another one is just finishing up. So that's going to be 5 Bronco vehicles that will be arriving at Butler Ford in Southern Oregon in Ashland. This is going to be happening fairly quickly. I think.
What kind are they, by the way? Which models do they have? Is it kind of sporadic? Are they all a certain type?
Ford grabbed the lower end. There's Big Bend, there's an Outer Banks, and they had soft top selected, and that's pretty impressive. The first one that's going to be here is an Area 51 Outer Banks. He chose the leather. Very nice. He's very excited. I've told him it's coming, and he's just going, oh, I can't wait. This is going to be nuts. It's an Outer Banks 4-door, has the 2.3 and the 10-speed and the soft top on it.
Actually sounds a lot like the one I built myself and leaning towards as well. So it'll be nice to see that in person.
Exactly. And so that's coming in, and then there is a base. A shadow black, that's going to be something, because that's going to be, it's got the cloth gray and black seats. And this is, okay, so here we go. The Outer Banks that's coming in with the leather is at $48,890. Okay, that's MSRP, $48,890. But here is a 4-door with advanced, with the Sasquatch package for $4,900. And the MSRP is $40,485. And considering you've got a $5,000 Sasquatch package on there, it's a 4-door base with a 2.3 and the 10-speed, yet the Sasquatch package is $5,000 and it's $40,485. This is going to be a very capable off-road vehicle with the shadow. That's going to be sharp. I brought up the pricing because the swing, the base price for this Bronco, $33,995. They had one add-on of the Sasquatch for $49,995, so $5,000, and then plus destination of $1,500 for $40,485. That's what's so exciting about these Bronco vehicles is you can do it. I mean, that Bronco base was $34,000 without any, and then with the Sasquatch package that puts on your advanced off-road, it puts on your Bilstein shocks, you get the 35-inch tires, you get the flared fenders. I mean, you've got your locking front differentials, you've got your locking rear differentials. These folks in that Sasquatch base, they're going to get going. That's great. Now, then you have another one that's just finishing up, Oxford white, leather trimmed, and it's $52,370. So isn't that something? You've got from $40,000 to $52,000. That base model for the Outer Banks is $41,450, and he put $9,400 worth of additional gear on there. The leather was $2,200. I mean, the EcoBoost $1,900. I mean, but they're getting it the way they want. This is the exciting part. They know what they're doing. This high package is going to come with a 12-inch screen. It's going to have the 360 camera, the adaptive cruise, the B&O stereo, heated steering wheel, and a wireless charging pad. These are fantastic features on these vehicles. I mean, they're literally, well, let's see. We had one in La Crosse, Wisconsin, another one in Wenatchee, another one in Chicago, and then they're being built at the Michigan Assembly Plant there in Dearborn. That's the tail of the tape coming across. And the last one, I shouldn't say last, Antimatter Blue, another Outer Banks. So there's the blue with the black top. And now, wait a minute. I've got to look and see. I thought he had the molded in-color top on it. I guess not. I guess it's got the soft top on it.
Well, one question I did have for you, Craig.
No, there it is. Hard top molded in color.
Really?
So we're going to get an Outer Banks Antimatter Blue, the hard top molded in color. That's going to be fantastic. What you were going to ask me? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, totally. It's exciting stuff, and it's trying to just stay on our toes. With the reservations being shut off temporarily for now, I assume eventually they'll get it back open. Reservations. I don't know. I don't know if they will.
They'll probably just go to order status.
Okay.
Because
so work with your dealer.
They've got such a backlog. Exactly. They got the 21s. They've got anything that doesn't get built will go into a 22, and then ultimately, if you're that far behind, it would go into a 2023 model. But there's so many new options. They've offered the colors. Ford has committed to the Sasquatch package with the 7-speed manual transmission with the large engine. Sasquatch, and the Wildtrak, they're going to offer that 7-speed manual transmission. So that's another feature that has not come out yet, but they said they would do it. So
one thing I was wondering with it, the whole thing, is people that are in the same boat as me have a reservation in. A lot of people have reservations right now. So they've made it past the point where, all right, they have one in. Putting an order in, though, and this might be just dealer-based. So I've been asking you, and it might be just you work with your dealer.
Because I build vehicles currently for customers, yeah.
So at this point, being late August 2021, like me and other people who have a reservation in and want to put an order in, if I put an order in today, again, this might be just dealer-based, but it might be Ford-based. That's what I'm asking you. Am I getting into 2021 or a 2022?
It'll be a 22 model.
Okay.
The 21s, it's a blowout. They're sold out. They can't build them fast enough. In fact, there are a few of the 21 models that they simply won't get to. They simply, no matter what we do. It was interesting with the orders that came in to Butler in Ashland. We had multiple customers that wanted the black painted top, the black painted modular top that Ford is building. And it has the rear side windows that clip out, that they're really cool. And so they knew that they would be late availability. And then within the last month, Ford has said, we're so sorry, the black painted modular top will be in the 22 model year. So there was a number of the first reservations that immediately bumped to 2022 models. It's just been so difficult. The supply chain has been broken, the commodity constraints. Everybody knows. I mean, this is not a secret. Anywhere from toilet paper to printer ink to we've got vendors that can't find their pumps. We've got vendors that can't get, the microprocessing chips, of course, but washer and dryer. I mean, home appliances are sold out. Lumber is through the roof. It's just a crazy time for manufacturing right now. But Ford is so committed, and daily changes. I would say, if customers are frustrated over this, know that Ford is working at lightning speed to get things fixed.
Bronco speed, I guess, because Lightning's a different car.
Yeah.
Truck. But that's so, I guess, just for
exactly
Lightning speed, that's another thing. So for me, then, just to kind of, one of the last things I have for you as a question, I'm going to have to personally work with you then. I need to put in my order eventually, ASAP. What is available? So we're talking about colors, we're talking about package, we're talking about soft tops, so many different things. What is available? So anyone out there too, work with your dealer, sit down with them, go, because you guys and you with us, what is going to be available, how soon someone could possibly get something, your communication with Ford, you would know, all right, this is what I'm hearing. If you guys end up going with a base, you can get it maybe sooner than this, or you have all the details. If you sit down with a customer knowing, which again, I'm going to have to do with you to figure out how I can get mine a little bit sooner maybe.
Right.
But also really fine tune and get what the customer wants. That's most important, is get what you want.
It is a very challenging situation. If you were to build a simple, if you were to simplify your Bronco order, if you were to order the soft top and work within the constraints, there'd be a very good chance that your Bronco would come much, much sooner than some of the folks that have been waiting for over a year, because simple is better in this case. You can see the vehicles that are coming that got pulled, and they picked through the orders, not so much first come, first serve like they wanted, but first, they did it because of desperation of what can we build as quickly as we can build them. The next piece it's a little confusing at the moment, because the official order guide for 2022 Bronco vehicles is not out. We don't know the official parameters of 2022. What you would be doing is putting your order in as a 21, and then when the order bank opens and the order guide is available, we'd make our final selection. So there's plenty of time to make that selection. So in your case, we could start the order. We could build it to certain parameters, but then we only could get so far, and we would then have to wait for the order bank and the order guide, and then we'd go, oh, okay, this is the official color, this is the official trim, this is available, what exactly do you want? We could build it within a matter of days of the order guide coming out and Ford making the announcement, and then you're ready. See, that's what I've said to customers. Get your order in, be ready, and then put the ball in the court over at Ford and let them do what they need to do. You never know what's going to happen. Don't sit back and wait. I've got a couple customers that say, no, we're going to wait. We're going to wait. I said, well, okay, that's fine. Just a matter of, it's not going to change much, but you never know.
So just get the green light and then get the order in, make the adjustments as needed, which
exactly
you'll be able to, you're in with Ford, and you'll know that, oh, there's a hang up on this, or hey, they have more of these now available, so we can do that, or whatever. Maybe just make it, as you said, simpler now, customize later. Just do what you can, because you can always make upgrades later to these things, and I know people are already talking about what they want to do to it. So work with your dealer, work with you, Greg,
yep.
And then figure out what's best now. I can change something later.
Absolutely. Yep. No, you're absolutely right. It's most Bronco owners, they know exactly what they want. They don't want to vary. They've waited a long time, and I completely respect that. Completely. No problem. And they're willing to get in line and wait for exactly what they want. And it is rewarding when they don't cut corners and get in there and do it. I have had a couple of people go, how about if we do this? How do we do that? And believe it or not, a success story for a young lady who ordered her Bronco a year ago, was holding out for the black painted modular top. Then she said, I think I'm going to switch it to soft top, and I'll buy the top later when it becomes available. And guess what? Her order just got picked up last week. Excellent. So nice. She literally swooped in, made the change, and within a couple of days got a confirmation from Ford. Congratulations, we've selected your Bronco for production. And her Bronco is going to have a September build date. So there you go. And it was, everything else was in line. She's going to get exactly what she wants aside from the top. So that's a success story as far as I'm concerned. She's going to get her Bronco. She's going to have to deal with the change of price of that molded in color top, you know, or whatever top she decides after the fact. But she's going to have her Bronco. She's thrilled. So
you got time. You can shop around. You can upgrade later. It's
exactly.
Just, as long as you have it in your driveway, peachy.
Exactly. Well, we've got lots more exciting news from Ford. The all-electric F-150 Lightning. We don't have the order guide on that. A lot of excitement around that. We've got the Maverick, both in the hybrid two-wheel drive and the all-wheel drive Maverick. That's coming out. That order guide is out, and they are actually taking orders and producing, so that's exciting. And then the all-electric Mustang Mach-E and the Mach-E GT. We've got those. We just can't make them fast enough because customers are very excited. So stay tuned for this next week's episode and a podcast. Aaron, thank you so much. I appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you, Craig. Appreciate yours as well.
You bet.
Of course.
You bet. To all of our listeners, thank you again for tuning in. My name is Craig. I'm in customer service at Butler Ford in Ashland, Oregon. If you have any comments or questions, email us at butlerlive@butlerman.com. You can find us at butlerford.com. You can also listen to our podcasts, Butler Live, on Apple and Google. And we love what we do. We're thrilled to be here. And just a matter of you tuning in and finding the reliable, accountable information that we provide. And that's really what it's all about, is getting the information to you so you can make an informed decision however we can help. So thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time on the Butler Live Podcast.